Yo, and we live, and we live, and we live. Wagwan. So, waiting for our master teacher, Dr. Aris LaTham, the 45-year raw vegan, raw plant-based whole foods for 45 years. And I'm 32. He's been woke longer than I've been alive. And about to get some of my noni juice in under his recommendation and guidance. So bring a couple people before he comes in. Where you at? Where you at?
Hi,
Yeah,
what's good, Chaka?
yeah, man. Everything is cool. How are you?
That's what's up. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Um, One question I had to ask you. Um, you know how sometimes you try to communicate with people, it could either be like a friend, family, relative, or whatnot. And like every time I listen to you, you're always knowledgeable about a lot of things. But sometimes like other people don't understand when you try to explain it to them. So I
Mm-hmm.
guess to simplify it, sometimes like people like the outer world that affects people's mindset. So how is there a way to like communicate with people and like I guess like whatever I'm trying to say to help utilize them instead of just like them just getting an attitude or just not listening to what I'm saying? What's the best way to communicate that to somebody?
Um, Remove your ego and use humility. Um, People listen to what they want to listen to when they want to listen to it. So you can't force anybody to hear anything they're not ready to hear. The most intelligent people have decided because of prejudice, which is an emotional commitment to ignorance, that they don't want to listen to the fact that women have equal rights to men. Don't know why, but they're just there. They're just like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the time you have to explain to them, well, what about your mother? What about your sister? X, Y, and Z to humanize women to sexist men, or to humanize black people to racist white people, or to humanize or validate the animal, etc., etc. So if people don't want to hear it, they won't hear it. Um, uh, what I would say to you is you should be able to explain something. If you really truly overstand it, you should be able to explain it to a child or a master professor, right? And when you are speaking to people about things that it might be new for them, that journey, that experience might be new for them, you have to be very gentle because you are dealing with conditioned behavior. You're dealing with their ego. You're dealing with many different things. Um, a lot of the time, people say that I'm crazy, or they think that I'm crazy because of the way that I think. Because I think maybe more objectively than some people, and I question things that they wouldn't usually question. A lot of people have built a bubble of safety around what they perceive to be real, and that bubble is very fragile. As soon as you pop it, they're going to attack you, right?
That's right.
So rather than pop it, what you can do is kind of show them in a way that doesn't pop it, but it just inception. It just puts a thought into their mind, and then in 4 5 weeks time they think that they thought that thought they forget they had the conversation with you, they internalize the idea, and then they start to search outside of their bubble. So I would say that um, a lot of the time when you're trying to convince people and they don't want to be convinced, they'll either say you're crazy or you'll seem crazy, um, or they will agree with you and not do anything anyway. So don't try to convince people.
That's a fact.
Convince yourself and live your lifestyle the way that you feel is right for you. And people will eventually come around or they won't. But either way, it doesn't matter.
Of course, facts. Yeah. Right.
All right,
All right, cool.
for a second. Respect here.
Yeah. Oh wait, one more thing before you go.
Go on.
I remember we talked like about like a month ago or whatnot, and then you was just talking to me about like having like getting away from meat and all that stuff. So I just wanted to say like I appreciate you for that because I've actually been on a vegetarian way for about a month now. Sooner or later I'm gonna become vegan, then become a fruitarian. But that's all part of the process.
Respect.
Right. All right, see ya.
Peace.